Americans stunned to learn the Dems have been keeping something from them about Obamacare. Political intrigue is the rule and not the exception. This is perhaps what makes national affairs so frustrating for many. What appears to be happening is at considerable variance to what the real agenda is. This manifests itself in the workings of Congress, to be sure. It is also a feature of our financial markets as powerful interests both within and outside the federal government attempt to press their agendas without being discovered. Obamacare can be called many things, but one descriptive term that cannot be applied to the health care program is transparent. Another descriptor that does not fit is successful. That is until you dig down and determine the real purpose the Democrats had for configuring Obamacare the way they did and pushing it through Congress with all the vigor they could muster. It turns out that from the perspective of the end goal, Obamacare has been a success, advancing precisely the agenda the left had in mind all along. How could a failed Democrat-inspired and created health care plan be considered a success? It turns out that Obamacare never was supposed to work as promised. It was designed to fail so as to force the implementation of what was planned all along, that being a single-payer health care system. The major snag in the plan is that a Republican is in the White House rather than a Democrat at the time of Obamacare's demise. The Democratic Party has come out of the closet this year in full-throated support of single-payer in health care. Those of us who are health care policy wonks have known this was their intent all along, but they were previously smart enough not to admit it. While the news media has been preoccupied by Republicans' failure to get rid of Obamacare, not to mention the president's tweets about Little Rocket Man, Senator Jeff Flake, and Senator Bob Corker, Senator Bernie Sanders has taken over the Democratic Party. Senator Elizabeth Warren has helped to lead the stampede toward the single-payer approach to health care. So the truth finally comes out. Knowing the difficulty of convincing Americans to turn their health care over to the government in one act, the decision was made to accomplish this in stages. Once people were convinced the current system and anything touching free markets are unworkable, Obamacare was created to correct the errors of the free market and to offer what would be called affordable care for all. It didn't work. And now the truth has been revealed, it was never intended to work. Obamacare was designed to fail, but also to fail in the direction of a single-payer health care plan. It's an insidious deception, but given those who were the driving forces behind it, no one should be surprised. There are all sorts of reasons to be critical of Obamacare and those who supported it. There are also plenty of reasons to oppose those liberals who would use its inevitable and planned failure to turn health care into another failed welfare program. With Medicare Part A facing bankruptcy in a dozen years or so, the nation does not need to create another insolvent medical plan. Here's an idea, let's be honest for a change. Obamacare is a massive expansion of the welfare state. It has driven costs through the roof and is bankrupting the country. No more sugarcoating. Obamacare equals welfare. When Democrats say government has to pay for everyone's health care, and that our plan would not do that, we should say, yep, you are for the welfare state. We are not. By endorsing single-payer, Democrats are being honest about their desire for socialism and the welfare state. The Republican Party should be honest too, and say clearly that we favor capitalism and welfare reform. Medicare, the health care program for our seniors and disabled, is in deep financial trouble. It is too much to ask that Congress demonstrate that it can fix that one instead of creating a twin for the rest of us.